Hello everyone, welcome to another exciting Minecraft tutorial. I'm Tyken, and today I'm on my test world to show you all how to design your own little secret entrances for your house. Let me go ahead and show you the most basic ones on this side. That side uses all pistons, so we'll get to that in a moment. This is the most basic design here. It's pretty much just an iron door behind a painting. So you have this little switch that activates it, and then you just have this painting. And how this works is you pretty much have your door right here, and then you have one strip of wall next to it, and then you just keep placing the painting until it covers up the door. Unfortunately, you can't place the painting directly over the door, but it gets the job done. This next design is a little bit more secure than the door behind the painting. Basically, a lot of people have these in their homes, especially if they like lava to decorate their house. Basically what it is it's just a minecart on a track behind the lava, and when you click it, you basically teleport or jump through the lava into the minecart, and it basically allows short-range teleportation. So yeah, it works like that. And like I said, it's more secure than those, simply because, not many people hide stuff behind lava like that. Now, this next design is not secure by any means, except for the secret approach, but if anybody discovers it, they can just walk right through. Basically, all it is two signs on the bottom and two signs on top of those signs. Of course, you can also put them along the wall, but once you have them down, you just place a painting until it's big enough to cover them, like so. Really simple. This next one requires a bit of a trick to get through, because you can't get through here, and it doesn't require a lever or anything. It's the switch to activate is right here. You step right there. There's a pressure plate right next to the door, and you step through and grab the item, and it pops back closed. So this design is also really simple, and you can activate it right here, which is one of the plus sides. This next design is pretty much the same as that one, and pretty much all the other ones really, but it's a lot smaller, so you can hide them more covertly, I suppose. You just throw one there, and you step through. It's pretty much the same thing. It's just a pressure plate on the bottom and a half door or trap door on top, and of course you can't walk through. The cool thing about this, the reason this design works, is you can put paintings on pressure plates, so it will work like so. Of course, you have to get a painting, just the right size. Of course, it doesn't really matter as long as it covers the door. This last one is by far the most simple and secure design. However, it does require a bit of a gimmick. You need ender pearls to get through. Basically, you stand in front of the lava place and you throw the ender pearl on the other side, and bam! You jump through all that lava, and you're safe. And of course, nobody's going to risk a bunch of ender pearls just throwing it randomly into lava, hoping there's a secret entrance on the other side. So like I said, this is the most secure out of all of them. The only way anybody would be able to get through here is if they knew about it and they had ender pearls. So that's a little bit extra security. This isn't too bad if you go to the ender a lot, the end zone, or you just simply have a farm, or you just have more ender eyes than you really know what to do with. Or ender pearls rather. So this design, definitely one of my favorites. Let's go over here now to the piston designs. I only have a few set up, but let's go ahead and show you this one first. First, we have the standard one. You have your lever here. Of course, you generally don't want to put your lever right next to the secret entrance. It's a little too obvious, but you flip it down, and it pulls this bookshelf back with two sticky pistons, and you simply drop down the secret little ladder case or whatever. You can even have it as a water drop or anything else. But basically, that's how it works. It just pulls back, reveals a little ladder shaft thing, and you're done. This design is really simple, like you don't even really need to do a lot of redstone. I put a torch right here on the back of this lever, that way when it's up it's closed and when it's down it's open, kind of like a real lever. But you can just put redstone here if you want. Anyway, it has the redstone, it just points at the two pistons, that's it. It has to be elevated by one to activate them both, but it's pretty much really simple, and I don't think I actually need to show you how to build this, because like I said, it's just so simple. This design is pretty much the exact same thing, a little bit smaller actually, but that's just because I put the lever right here, right next to it. But it's pretty much just redstone pointing at the two pistons as well, but instead of pulling this back, it just pulls it to the side, and you step through. So this works, but it's kind of funky, I suppose. Let's go ahead and show you this one now. This is by far one of my favorite secret doors. it pulls back and opens up into a secret entrance, even in the middle, so you don't have to put it on the sides or anything. But of course, it is slightly more complicated to build. Let me go ahead and show it real quick. Let's go ahead and go in creative mode so you can actually see this in action. As you can see, this one pulls back the bookshelves, and then these pull it to the side. And then it works perfectly in reverse. Basically how this works is you apply power through this. These repeaters keep the signal for a little bit longer, making these pull back after, because if this is activated when these pull back, it simply won't pull that back, and it just doesn't work. So basically, what it goes through here. You can put this under the ground if you really want to hide your redstone, and then it comes over here and points at this wall going up one, so it activates both of them. When this turns off, this one turns off first, since it doesn't have any delay or anything, allowing this to pull back first, and since this does have a delay, these pull back afterwards. However, when this activates, these activate first, because even though this gets power first, it doesn't matter because it's not in contact with anything. Once these push forward, these pistons say, oh hey, there's power right here, so they're deactivated, then they get pushed here, and they get activated and push out. So it works pretty much in reverse pretty well. It's a really cool design. The best part about this is when you go through, you can put another lever on the other side, and it pretty much reactivates it and closes it. However, on the other side, if anybody wants to get through, it doesn't matter because it's kind of locked. I don't really believe this needs a tutorial either, since it's also simple. All you have is your two repeaters right here with a single tick of delay, and then you have this coming around, pointing at the other side, pointing at these pistons, and you're pretty much done. I mean, I'll do a tutorial if people really feel it's necessary, but to me this is really basic and simple, just because it's basically point the redstone where it needs to go and you're done. This one is much more complicated, but I'll go ahead and show you how this works. Oops, wrong side. There you go. This door is much more complicated, but it allows you to have as big or as tall of a door as you want. Of course, there is limits, pretty much just the limits of the pistons, and of course how big your wall is, because pistons can only push 12 blocks. However, keep in mind that once this pushes 12, this can push an additional 12, but still you can only push 12 of this back one. So, like I said, there's a limit. But how this works is fence gates allow you count as a solid block, but when they're open you can step through them. So it's really interesting how that works. And then just press the close button. Oops, that's the open button. Wait. There we go. This design is slightly more complicated, like I said. This one points down, comes around here, and goes up this little redstone ladder, I suppose. And it goes through here. Doing the top ones might be a little bit more difficult, but I had a little bit problems with the wiring with these. So this is not exactly the most practical solution, considering how much redstone repeaters and pistons you need just to do it. But it does allow you to have a much bigger door. This can also be put on its side to allow you to have like a sunroof. Of course, there'll be fence gates along the top, so it won't be completely clear, but it will still look really cool regardless. It'll also allow you to open up big gates and stuff like that. And yeah, I may have to do a separate tutorial for this one just because I don't feel like explaining it in this video. But if people like it enough, I'll go ahead and do a tutorial later. But that's it for all of these different secret entrances. If you have any more you want me to add or feel I missed any, feel free to let me know and I'll probably do another video, show off all the awesome secret entrances. But before I go, I want to show off one little invention that's going to make building any secret door much cooler and much more interesting. It's called a T-flip-flop. And I'm sure a lot of you have probably heard about this before, especially if you watch my videos, considering I love these things. They're a little tricky, I suppose, but I love them simply because it turns a button into a lever. And you're thinking, well, why not just use a lever in the first place? Well, there's just so many more things you can do with this particular design. But it's really simple to build this. You basically just, well, I'm pretty sure you just saw how I build it, but you have a piston, two spaces between it, and another piston, both of them facing each other. You put a block in between, you put two blocks over that, and you put two redstone torches on the sides right there, and then you put two pieces of redstone on the top. So let me show you how this works. Whenever this redstone at the top gets current, it causes them to flip and flop, kind of like a tug of war. Let me go ahead and show you how we can turn this into a lever. Basically, you dig out the floor under there, you put a torch there, and you have your redstone coming out. As you can see, you press the button, it switches on, and it stays on. Then you switch it off, and it stays off. So it basically turns a button into a lever. Let's go ahead and show you a few other cool things you can do with this real quick. Let's go ahead and get a door to show you it working in progress, I suppose, or while it's working. So turn this on, it's on, turn it off, it's off. Okay, the cool thing about this, let's go ahead and show you. Just say we have a little station here. We'll put a button and a lever. And then over here, on this side, we'll just put a button. Let's see. Put a block here, and then have this redstone dust. Let's see, you need to make sure this is going right. Okay, have this come up here like so. And then pretty much do the same for this side. Just have these two connected together, the button and the lever, and you can see how it is. Okay, so consider this is the outside of your secret entrance, like your house. You press the button, the door opens up, you step through the door. On the other side, this is where you are, you press the button, and it closes. So it allows you to have a lever that you can turn off from multiple locations, or on. Considering you're out here, you can turn it on from here, and then go over here, and turn it off. It's pretty simple. All you have to do is have all of your buttons connected to this, and you just keep activating it no matter what button you're at, and it will keep working. However, just say you want to lock it, like once you're inside of your secret entrance, you don't want anyone to come in until you've gone out. All you have to do is activate your lever, it puts a current through here, and no matter how many times you press the button on the inside or the outside, it isn't going to activate because there's already a current through the redstone. Basically how this works is it doesn't flip-flop until the current goes off, which is why buttons work best for this. For levers, you would have to switch it twice in order to activate it. Basically, when you have the lever switched down, no buttons, no inputs, no nothing can activate this again. So it's pretty much locked in a very simple fashion. However, when you turn it back on, it activates. So you can just keep doing that as much as you want. It's a really simple but awesome design. But there's also other things you can do with this if you don't want it to stay on, which is what I do sometimes. You can have... Oops, fix that. I'm just screwing this up. You can have repeaters here or here, applying currents elsewhere. So let's go ahead and show you, like this one can activate the door, I suppose. And then this one can just come out to the side and activate this door. Oops, I grabbed flint, my mistake. Okay. So let's go ahead and press the button. That door opens, then that door opens. It basically allows you to switch between things with the same signal. And of course you can even, doing it with the repeaters like this, it pushes it through the block that's in front of it. So if it doesn't have a block, like the redstone activates both repeaters, but it only pushes the current through the block. It doesn't push it through the piston. So it switches between them. Instead of doing that, well, this design allows you to have just a temporary signal, like a button, but it allows you to switch between them. However, if you want to switch between them with a permanent thing, like that door's open, now that door's closed. Oops, I forgot to put this repeater back. There we go. Now that door's open, closed. It switches between them. And like I said, T flip-flops are pretty cool just because of how versatile they are and how many things you can do with them. Well, I guess that's the definition of versatile or versatile. I'm mispronouncing everything today. But I hope you all enjoyed this little tutorial, and I hope you all learned something, and I'm looking forward to see what you guys can do with your own little secret bases. If you do something cool like this, feel free to leave a video response, and I'll accept it, so everybody else can see all the cool things you've done with the secret entrances, or even some of the other ones you've found. Which also reminds me, if you feel like I missed any, or just feel like I should do more, leave a comment or send me a message, uh, generally a picture or something, or a video, so I can do another tutorial showing off more different designs of secret doors. And I'll see you guys next time.